Hello, and welcome to this IELTS grammar quiz. In this video, you will answer 10 grammar questions that will help you improve your English and get ready for the IELTS exam. Each question has 2 options, and you will have 5 seconds to think before I reveal the correct answer. After that, I will explain the answer in a clear and simple way. I will also share some useful IELTS tips to help you boost your score. Are you ready? Let's begin with question number 1. Which sentence is grammatically correct? A. Had he known about the delay, he would cancel the trip. B. Had he known about the delay, he would have canceled the trip. You have 5 seconds to think. The correct answer is option B. Had he known about the delay, he would have canceled the trip. This is an example of a third conditional sentence. We use the third conditional to talk about things that did not happen in the past. But we imagine what could have happened if the situation had been different. The phrase, had he known, means the same as if he had known, and the phrase he would have canceled the trip shows the imaginary result in the past. So, together, the sentence means, if he had known about the delay, he would have made a different decision in the past. Option A is not correct because he would cancel the trip refers to the present or future, not the past. That does not match the structure of a third conditional sentence. Here's a quick tip. In the IELTS exam, using correct conditional grammar can help you improve your score in both writing and speaking. So it is a good idea to review all 4 conditionals and know when to use each one. Let's move on to question number 2. Which sentence is correct? A. It is essential that he takes responsibility. B. It is essential that he take responsibility. You have 5 seconds to think. The correct answer is option B. It is essential that he take responsibility. This structure uses something called the subjunctive mood, which we use in formal English to express things that are necessary, important, or recommended. After phrases like, it is essential that, it is important that, or I suggest that, we do not use the normal present tense. Instead, we use the base form of the verb, in this case, take without an S. So we say, it is essential that he take responsibility, not takes responsibility. Even though it might sound strange, this is the correct form in formal written English, especially in academic settings like IELTS Writing Task 2. Here is an IELTS tip. Using advanced grammar structures like the subjunctive mood can help show examiners that you have a strong command of formal English. Let's continue with question number 3. Choose the correct sentence. A. Neither the teacher nor the students were present. B. Neither the teacher nor the students was present. You have 5 seconds to think. The correct answer is option A. Neither the teacher nor the students were present. Let's break this down. When we use neither nor, the verb usually agrees with the subject that comes closer to it, in this case, the students. The students is plural, so we need a plural verb, which is were. That's why we say, neither the teacher nor the students were present. If the sentence had been the other way around, for example, neither the students nor the teacher, then the correct verb would be was, because the teacher is singular and comes right before the verb. Here is an IELTS tip. Subject-verb agreement is important in both writing and speaking. Even small grammar mistakes like this can affect your grammar score, especially if they happen more than once. Let's move on to question number 4. Which sentence is correct? A. I suggest that she studies more before the exam. B. I suggest that she study more before the exam. You have 5 seconds to think. The correct answer is option B. I suggest that she'll study more before the exam. If this sounds familiar, it's because we talked about a similar structure back in question number 2. This is another example of the subjunctive mood in English. After verbs like suggest, recommend, or insist, we use the base form of the verb, not the usual present tense. So, even though the subject is she, we say study, not studies. The correct sentence is, I suggest that she'll study more before the exam. This structure is formal and is often used in academic and professional contexts. Here is an IELTS tip. Repeating and using this kind of sentence in IELTS writing task 2 can help show a strong command of grammar and formal tone. Let's move on to question number 5. Which sentence is correct? A. The committee has decided to postpone their decision. B. The committee has decided to postpone its decision. You have 5 seconds to think. The correct answer is option B. The committee has decided to postpone its decision. Let's look at why. The word committee is a collective noun. It refers to a group of people, but in formal English, we usually treat it as a single unit, especially in American English or academic writing. That means we use a singular verb and a singular pronoun. So instead of their decision, we say its decision. Here's a comparison. The committee is one group, so we treat it like one thing. That's why the correct sentence is, the committee has decided to postpone its decision. Here is an IELTS tip. Watch out for collective nouns like team, government, or audience. If you are using a formal tone, it's better to keep them singular and match the verb and pronoun accordingly. Let's move on to question number 6. Which sentence is correct? Not only did he forget his passport, but he also missed the flight. B. Not only he forgot his passport, but he also missed the flight. You have 5 seconds to think. The correct answer is option A. Not only did he forget his passport, but he also missed the flight. This structure is called inversion, and we use it after certain phrases like not only when they appear at the beginning of a sentence. Normally, we say, he forgot his passport, but when we start the sentence with not only, we change the word order, just like we do in a question. So instead of, not only he forgot, we say, not only did he forget. It may sound formal or dramatic, and that's exactly why it's useful in academic writing or storytelling. Here is an IELTS tip. Using inversion can help you demonstrate a wider range of grammar structures, something that examiners look for if you're aiming for band 7 or higher in writing and speaking. Let's continue with question number 7. Which sentence is grammatically correct? A. The more you practice, the better you become. B. The more you practice, the better you are becoming. You have 5 seconds to think. The correct answer is option A. The more you practice, the better you become. This sentence uses a common structure. The more blank, the better blank. It describes a relationship where one thing increases and another thing improves with it. We use the present simple tense. You practice and you become to describe general truths or habits. This is the natural and correct way to express improvement over time. Option B uses the present continuous tense, you are becoming, which is not suitable here. It sounds awkward and unnatural in this kind of fixed expression. Here is an IELTS tip. Using clear and correct comparative structures like this can help you sound more fluent in both writing and speaking. It also shows that you understand how to express cause and effect in a natural way. Let's move on to question number 8. Choose the correct sentence. A. Hardly I had sat down when the phone rang. B. Hardly had I sat down when the phone rang. You have 5 seconds to think. The correct answer is option B. Hardly had I sat down when the phone rang. This sentence uses inversion, just like we saw in question 6, but this time it happens after a negative adverb. Words like hardly, scarcely, or no sooner often require an inverted word order when they come at the beginning of a sentence. So instead of hardly I had sat down, we say hardly had I sat down. It's the same word order we use in questions, auxiliary verb first, then the subject. This structure is used in formal or literary English to show that one event happened immediately after another. Here is an IELTS tip. Advanced grammar like inversion can really make your writing stand out in IELTS Task 2. Just make sure to use it naturally and correctly. One or two well-used complex structures are better than forcing too many. Let's continue with question number 9. Which sentence is correct? A. There was a few people in the auditorium. B. There were a few people in the auditorium. You have 5 seconds to think. The correct answer is option B. There were a few people in the auditorium. Let's break it down. The phrase a few people is plural. People is a countable noun, and a few means more than one, so the verb must also be plural. That's why we say, there were a few people, not there was a few people. Was is singular, so it doesn't agree with the plural subject. Here is an IELTS tip. Subject-verb agreement is a basic but important part of your grammar score. Getting this wrong, especially in writing task 2, can make your sentence unclear or incorrect. So always match the verb with the noun in number, singular or plural. Now, let's move on to the final question, number 10. Which sentence is grammatically correct? A. Each of the students have completed their essays. B. Each of the students has completed their essays. You have 5 seconds to think. The correct answer is option B. Each of the students has completed their essays. Here's why. The subject of the sentence is each, and even though it refers to a group of people, the word each is considered singular in grammar. That means it must take a singular verb, which is has, not have. So we say each of the students has completed their essays. Now, you might be wondering if each is singular, why do we say their essays instead of his or her essays? That's a great question. In modern English, it's common and acceptable to use there as a gender-neutral singular pronoun, especially when the gender is not specified. This is considered both correct and natural. Here is an IELTS tip. Understanding when to use singular or plural verbs with tricky subjects like each, everyone, or neither can help you avoid grammar mistakes and score higher, especially in writing task 2. You've reached the end of the quiz. Great job! Let us know in the comments how many you got right. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more quick IELTS lessons. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.